Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, I should say, and welcome back to the XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Eppy, and today is day one of our 2-week challenge. So thanks everyone who joined us yesterday for our sort of welcome day. We didn't have an actual design challenge yesterday. It was more just getting our feet wet and kind of going through XD for those of you that are new. But today I've got a very fun design challenge for you guys. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. I'll be looking at that throughout the stream today. So welcome everyone who's just joining. We've got Sarah, Amit, Celia, Abdullah, Chisulo, terrible names, sorry guys. Joshua, welcome back Joshua, Megan. Awesome, lots of you guys today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's hop on over to Behance. And as always, if you want to follow along with me, you're welcome to hop on over there as well. So this is behance.net/challenge/XD, and we can go ahead and get started. So I kind of went through this homepage yesterday. So if you want to go back and rewatch, you can always go back to YouTube. We've got all the replays there. So go ahead and sign up with this big blue button if you're not already registered, and that way you'll get notified each day at 8 a.m. in your Creative Cloud app up here that there's a new challenge going on each day. So this one's going till next Friday. So as always, I give you guys a new challenge each day. So let's scroll on down and see what we're going to be doing today. Welcome everyone that's just joining. So today we're going to be working on swipe. Simple, but something that's very, I use it a lot, so very important. And I'm going to give you guys actually 2 different ways to do this. So I want you guys to design the swiping interaction for a digital wallet holding several payment methods. And we're going to allow the user to swipe through and choose which card to use. So I thought I would give you guys a sneak peek at the beginning. I don't know if you guys like seeing the sneak peeks or if you just rather be a surprise, but today I'm just going to show you at the beginning and you can see if you want to stick around or not. I hope you do. Okay, so 2 different ways. So this is one example. So this way is the drag way. So we're going to make something like this, where we can sort of drag through those cards. Or there's a different way. I feel like this top way is a little bit simpler. Or we could use auto animate if we want to sort of stack them on top of each other like this and sort of just sort of swipe through them like they're actual physical cards that we're swiping through. I think this one's a little more fun, but we'll start with this one since it's a little simpler. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you want to, you can grab that starter file. I always give you guys a starter file. Just head on over to Dropbox. I've got that link up there and you can hit download, direct download over there. Okay, everyone's saying they like the sneak peeks, so maybe I'll keep doing that if you guys like that. And as always, you can rewatch these videos each day. We've always upload those videos here into YouTube. So next, of course, when you're done each day, please share your work. I'd love to see what you guys are working on. You can share it on Behance or on Discord. And Discord is our sort of XD community where you guys can get feedback on your work and just like chat with each other or ask questions and stuff. So if you scroll on down to the bottom of the page, the join us button, that's where the link to Discord is going to be if you are not already a member. And this is what Discord looks like. A bit overwhelming maybe if you've never joined it before, but super fun community. We've got, I think, about 51,000 of you guys already over here. So really awesome design community. We've got some read-only channels up here. So if you just want to see like when I'm going live, you can check in this Creative Challenge channel up here. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Or if you want to get feedback on any of your work, you can check in any of these feedback channels. Just make sure you're putting your work in the like right corresponding channel. So we've got current challenge, if you want anything related to this obviously latest challenge, or if you want to see what other people are working on too, we've got some awesome designs in here from last week. Yeah, so feel free to browse through any of these and you can see if I'm online over here. This is me, Andrea Eppy. But don't message me right now, obviously, because I'm streaming and I won't get back to you right away. Okay, cool. So that is Discord. Let's hop into our design. Already gave you guys a sneak peek, but that's what we're going to be working on. Yes, welcome Anthony. We've got Joshua, Jay Swanson, Kadima. Welcome, guys. And while I'm working on this, if you want me to slow down or you see something that you just like have a question about, just let me know. So as I mentioned, we're working on the swiping interaction for a digital wallet. And we're going to be focusing on, well, the second way, this is the second way, in the prototype tab up here and in the interaction panel over here. It's grayed out right now because we don't have anything selected, but this right here under action and type is where auto animate will be for that second version. And found some inspiration, something like this. If you want to show like the QR code when someone's actually paying, or just showing the payment methods, different cards, maybe give them a cool style. Because I feel like credit cards like look so boring a lot of the time, and they only give you a few examples or a few like cats or just super basic. So make it something cool that you would actually use. As always, resource booklet down here. And I did link the component this time so you guys can look through icons, fonts, and photos, tutorials. These are all just some of my favorite links that I've gathered for you guys. And let's get into today's tip, the tip for today's design challenge. So for this one, we really don't need to add a ton of features. We just want to focus on the simplicity of the app, because it can get really easy to just like keep adding new things and lose sight of what the main focus is. So here we just want to choose a main payment method while we're checking out, or somewhere where we want to buy something. And when designing for ease of use, you want to consider, one, can users accomplish their tasks the first time they use the app? So whether it's like a 10-year-old or a grandma, make it super easy the first time they use the app. And how quick and easy is it for users to complete repetitive tasks? So in this case, just that swiping animation, that'll be perfect for this. Awesome. So I've already got just a mobile artboard started. If you guys do want to do a different size, that's fine. I do think like you wouldn't really be able to use desktop if you're out like shopping somewhere and you want to use Apple Pay. So maybe not desktop. You could try like Apple Watch. That would be cool. But I'm going to do this. So let's start with just like the basic layout. We need the title, which will be, maybe we want to show the balance, since this is just sort of like an overview of what the page is about, or overview of what the app is about. So let's put balance like here, and then the actual balance, we'll say like 50,000 or something. And I've got some character styles that I've already added over here. And I know you guys are always like, where are all of the components and character styles in my starter file? But I don't give you guys those because I want you to come up with your own. Use your own creative license to come up with something. But I do have that resource booklet down there for you in the starter file. So let's zoom in a bit. Just kind of working with the font here. So the balance, and then maybe let's add a disclaimer about like, this was last updated 5 minutes ago or something. Just so they know if they need to refresh the page. And let's make this a little smaller. There we go. And this font is Sophia Pro Soft. Definitely in my top 3, I would say, of fonts that I always use. Yeah, welcome Amit. Awesome. Richard, hey Richard. Okay, so below this, now this is where we want to show all of the cards so we can kind of swipe through them all. So let's go ahead and show, this title will be like payment methods right here. And I'm just going to keep this page pretty minimal, just a white background. I really want the cards to draw all of the attention, so I don't want to add like a bunch of patterns or anything, especially since it's a banking app and we don't want people to get confused and like buy something for really expensive that they didn't mean to. So just keep it as simple as possible here. So let's start on just one card. Actually, I already have a square. I'm gonna ungroup this. Okay, so, and I'm going with purple because apparently purple is known for, what was it? Like trustworthiness and royalty, but we're going for trustworthiness. So that's what I chose today. So let's add, maybe this is like our apple card. The apple cards look so cool. I do not have one, but I would like to get one. Yeah, they look awesome. All right, so let's just add just a few things in this card. We really don't need a lot, just to get the idea across of like just quick little bits of info. So we probably want to see the balance, and we usually want to see like what the last 4 digits of a card are. So to do that, I'm gonna kind of block out the first however many digits with just circles, kind of like you see on like a checkout or something, checkout flow. So let's zoom in a bit, and we can just use repeat grid here to create 4 little dots in a row. Aaron said, Howard hooked me on it, so I keep switching between Sophia Pro and Poppins. I feel like those are the 2 fonts that Howard and I always use, Poppins and Sophia Pro. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. Actually, let's make these a little bit smaller. I don't want to get too in the weeds with this, but just want to make sure. I'm going to repeat this a lot, so I want to make sure this little area looks good. So 4, 4, 4. And then at the end, I will just add some numbers. So like the final 4 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll make this pretty small. I thought I had a smaller font. Let's make this like 14 or so. Okay. These could be a little bit smaller, but okay. And then we can group all of these together. I'm just using Command G to group. Let's move these over a bit. What else do we need here? Oh, the little RFID chip, I think it's called. I don't know what that stands for, so don't ask me. But I got this little just vector image of that little thing. It's the little thing you stick in for payment. And usually that part is kind of shiny. So what I wanted to do is I got this just a simple holographic kind of look from Adobe Stock. And I just want to send this back. And I want to mask this under that little chip so it looks like it's sort of metallic. And obviously they wouldn't be sticking their phone like in anywhere. So this is more cosmetic, obviously, but I think it's a nice touch. So I'm gonna mask this. I'm selecting those 2 layers, and we're gonna do Shift Command M and then just send that to back. And that shortcut is Command with a little left bracket. Then I'll just group those 2. And we can put this like right here. So that looks nice. And then I do want to just add sort of a super subtle little, or maybe not so subtle, drop shadow behind this. So let's send this to the back. And over here under background blur, let's instead add an object blur. And I'll bring this way down. So the object blur is just under that little drop down caret if you can't find it. So super subtle. Okay, so that looks good, and I'm just gonna group all of that together. And then what I want to do is make like 4 or so of these, like you saw at the beginning. And I'm just gonna do these off the artboard. So I'm just copying and pasting everything because I want it to mostly stay the same. Just like change the colors and stuff a bit. And so this I'll change a different color. And actually, what I want to do, I kind of want, since there's a lot of different colors in this little holographic sort of image, I want to just go over sort of the more purpley colors for this one. Since this is more of a purpley card. For this one, let's go to more of like the pinky, sort of peachy area. That looks nice, just so it looks like there's some variation. And then what else? We want, this can be a visa. right here. So we'll just delete that one. And, oh, someone said, does it work on YouTube? Or someone was not getting audio. Is anyone else getting audio? Let me know. It's working okay on my end, but please do let me know if you can't see anything. Okay, so we're doing a Visa, and this will just change to like $99 or something. And I want to change the background color just a tad bit. And I'm gonna copy this and paste it again. Same thing, just changing like a few little subtle items here. So this one will do PayPal. Put that right in the top left. And this color will be, let's see, blue. I think PayPal is blue, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll change this to that same color, just so it looks like it's kind of blending in. And same with this. I just want to move this little holographic mask over to somewhere that's kind of like the blue, more the blues and purples. Maybe not so much pink. Let's move that like right here. That looks kind of cool. And I'll change this as well. Maybe this one has $5,000. And we'll do one more, just so we can show swiping through all of these. Okay, so everyone else is saying audio, so maybe it was just that one person. Good, I'm glad. You never know sometimes. All right, so this one I want to do Target, because we all love Target. So we'll put the Target logo here, delete that PayPal. That might be a bit big. It's okay. And I'll change this to the red. And again, I'll move this little mask. Let's find some like orangey tones here. I think that'll look good. Perfect. And this one will be, I don't know, 3,000 or so. And I'll change this little background blur color to red. All right, so perfect. Before I get into the swiping interaction for all of that, I do want to just kind of fill out the rest of this page. So I want to add at the bottom here some assets. So let's add like a home button. Actually, I already have the home button right here, so I don't have to redo that. I do want to change this to this darker color. Okay, so this home button, this is just a circle, and again I used the object blur for another circle behind it. So usually with those drop shadows, if I do want them to be super pronounced, instead of just adding a shadow like this over here, so like this, it's a little nicer, I think, to use two separate shapes, and then you can move this kind of wherever you want. And I usually make it a little bit smaller than the actual object itself. Kind of helps it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so what other icons? We need a send icon, so maybe we want to send some money to someone. And one more, we'll do like bank statements or something. Transactions. Just 3 icons. Again, keeping it pretty clean down there. And then at the top, we can add a search button, search icon rather. And I'm just gonna align it sort of along here with everything else. Leave a lot of negative space there. And oh no, Anthony said, fun fact, Target in Australia is going bust and they're all being converted to Kmarts. That's crazy. Wow. I feel like there's not many Kmarts in America here anymore. That is wild. I did not know that. And the other thing I just want to add is just like a profile picture, so we can go to our account maybe. So let's just make this a different color. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I always use. So this is a plugin called UI Faces, and you can just check whichever one you want, select your object, and it will automatically find some different photos, like avatars, for you to use. And let's see, let's find one that kind of matches the background. I had one in mind specifically that I want to use, this one. And then it will mask it for you. Kind of want to zoom there a bit. Cool. And then we can go back. I just want to add a little circle next to this so it looks like this is our notification, or we have notifications. And we can add a border here. And this will just be white. We'll bump this up a bit. Okay. Cool. Can make that a little bit bigger. All right, so the prototyping part next is very simple. So all we need to do here, this is the first one. So let's just, actually let's drag this off just for a second. So what I want to do with each of these, I just want to be able to kind of swipe through all of them. And so I'm going to select all of these, and you'll see over here we've got some different options for scroll groups. So here we've got horizontal scroll, we've got vertical scroll, and this one is for both. Usually that's for like maps or some sort of panning or something. So we don't want to do either of these, but I do want to do horizontal. And so when we click that, you'll see we get this little sort of dotted line around all of it. And that's similar to when you select the whole artboard and then you kind of drag down, and you'll see that's the bottom of the fold of the page. So let's bring this right here, and we can adjust this. This is just our bounding box. We can adjust it to wherever we want the scroll to stop. So I don't want the scroll to go all the way over here. I just want it to stop like right there. And then, so that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Let's move this up a bit. A little bit too much negative space there. Okay, so let's go over to prototype, and we really don't need to do anything over here since we just did the scrolling. Very simple. And we can go ahead and preview this by pressing that little play button over there. And then when I just kind of drag through, we can drag through as quickly or as shortly as we want. So that's the first method, very simple. And then the second one, let's just do it right here. Let's go back to the design tab. And for this one, so the second one we did, let's just undo that. So we can just put this like right in the center. And if we want to kind of scroll through these like they're actual physical cards, and maybe they're sort of kind of just layer on top of each other, we'll just kind of layer them like this. And we're going to use auto animate for this option. And I think this one's a little more fun personally. Okay, so that's cute. So now what we want to do is just create a few more artboards. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. And we just want to show the different steps basically that we would be swiping through this. So this would be the first step. The second step would be where this pinky sort of color is in the center. And then this one is over to the left. So we can move that there and then move these up a bit. So this is more the manual method, but I think it's a bit nicer personally. And then the second one would be where the blue is in front. So we can move that to the center, move this over here. And then usually I like to, when the previous card is like done, just bring that opacity down to 0 so we don't see it anymore. Can move this up. Oh, we're getting in the way of our previous designs. Let's move those over. Okay, and then the last one, let's copy and paste that. And here, we would just bring this right here, bring this over, and go like this. And I'm running out of time. It's okay. All right, so all we would do is drag that little trigger over. It's gonna be the drag trigger, auto animate, and then just do the same exact thing for each of these. Super simple. So let's go ahead and preview that. So we can just drag it. Super cute. Auto animate, man. It is awesome. So yeah, you can choose whichever one you like best. Doesn't really matter. Kind of need to move this one over a bit. Or you can play around with both. I love both of these. But yeah. All right, let's preview this one again. Yeah, I think I definitely like the second one better. Let me know which one you guys like better. Richard said he likes the Tinder animation better. So I think that's the second one. All right, guys, that's about all the time that we have left for today. Unfortunately, That was very quick. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Share your designs in Discord. I'll be looking there after this and giving you guys feedback and stuff over there. Even if it's just work in progress, that's totally fine too. And I will be back here again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. But don't go anywhere, because in about 5 minutes, we've got Design in the Dark with Andrew Hockrattle and Jen Piatkowski. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.